Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mary. I am your exercise instructor for today's episode 3 of Falls Prevention. So let's get started by just doing a little bit of chatting first. The weather is finally getting nicer. Spring is in the air. April 1st today, hard to believe. And this means you may be thinking about doing a little bit of spring cleaning in your home or maybe a little bit of garden work. So I just want to give you a few tips for safety in these areas. First off, in the house, consider using some long-handled dusters to reach up high areas around the ceiling, the windows that you're looking to clean. And that will make it easier to access them without having to use a step stool. If you absolutely need to use a step stool, make sure you have one that's nice and wide. It's got sturdy legs, it's in good shape, and got good traction on the surface. But if you feel uncomfortable using one, it's best to hold off and wait for assistance when you can, okay? At all times, try to avoid the use of ladders outside the house. Try to ask for help when you can with those items. And out and about in the yard, perhaps, if you like to do a little bit of gardening, always remember to, when you bend down, bend those knees, okay, to support your back. And if you happen to be needing to do some groundwork close down to the ground, try to put a foam cushion underneath those knees to give them a little bit of cushion and support. As well, break up large jobs into smaller parts, okay? So that you don't feel you have to do everything all at once. And that will help you conserve your energy as well. So just a few things to keep in mind with this springtime that's now upon us, which is very nice. It's a beautiful sunny day here today in Toronto. And let's hope we can all enjoy that sunshine a bit. All right, so before we get to our exercise, let's remember a few things. It's always okay to take a break. If you feel a sharp pain, don't do the movement, okay? Remember, just relax if you have a pain. And if you ever feel trouble breathing, if you're having a chest pain, feeling sick, feeling dizzy, lightheaded, anything abnormal, make sure you stop and sit down right away and take a rest, okay? And have your water bottle nice and close. I have mine over there. And let's get started by checking our posture. Sitting with the feet both flat on the ground. Your back should be a little bit away from that backrest, using those back muscles to hold you up by themselves. Shoulders are back and relax them down. Let's try to tuck that chin in. So instead of having the head too far forward, let's keep the chin tucked in, keeping your head in good alignment with your spine. Let's start by breathing in together. In through the nose, reaching up. And out through the mouth, opening the arms. Let's do that 2 more times. Kaphe and fuhe. Try to press those arms backwards a little as they come out to the sides and down. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Now let's start by using our neck. Let's turn the head all the way to the right. And let's pretend there's a semicircle right here. We're going to bring that chin down and over to the left. Let's do that a couple more times. Bringing your chin down in a semicircle and around to the right. 2 more times. Down and around, and last one. Good. Now let's use our shoulders a little bit. Let's lift one shoulder up as high as you can, and the opposite shoulder. Lifting one shoulder up, and the opposite shoulder. Breathing in, and out, in, and out. Let's try both shoulders now. Up, breathing in, and down, breathing out. And let's do one more of those. Up we go, breathe in and down. Good. Now let's do a little bit of shoulder circles. Let's keep our arms straight, starting with small circles, going forward with your arms, breathing. Getting a little bit bigger with those arm circles, using the shoulders to bring those arms in circles while you breathe. Bigger And the biggest circles you can make with those shoulders. Now let's go back to small circles going backwards this time. Backwards, little circles, breathing. And getting a bit bigger with those arms. Up, breathing in, and back and down, breathing out. Good. Now let's take our arms and put them out to the side and bend those elbows. Touch your shoulders. Loosening your elbows up a little bit. We're getting all the blood flowing to the muscles, increasing our body temperature, getting warmed up for our exercise. Now let's take our arms and make them like a goalpost and bring those hands down. Forearms coming up, forearms going down. Let's do a couple more of those. And one more time. Good. Now let's put the arms out in front and flip the hands up and down, turning your arms inwards and outwards. And with the fingers, give them a little movement with the fingers and making fists, opening the hands. Good. Now let's do a little bit of rowing. So put your hands together and pretend you have a paddle in your hand. Let's row on the right side 8 times. Bring that right elbow back as you row. Breathing. 3, 4, 5. Working the top part of your back. 7. And last one. 8. Let's do the opposite side. Like you're rowing, paddling in a canoe. 2. Bringing that left elbow back behind you. 3. Breathing. 4, 5, 6. And last 2. 7 and 8. Very good. Now let's take our arms, put them down at your side. We're going to do a little reaching towards the floor with your right arm. Lower it down and bending to the side. And coming up tall again. Let's do it with the left arm now. Down towards the ground, bending at the side, and coming up tall again. I'm just going to remove this so that doesn't move around for me. And let's do a little bit one more time with that. Reaching towards the ground, pulling yourself up tall. With the left side now, and coming up tall. Now let's reach out to the right side with your right arm. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. And let's do the same with the left arm. Out to the side, reach, reach, reach. One more time, each side. Right arm reaching. And with your left arm, reach, reach, reach. Good. Now let's reach out in front. Right arm out in front and reaching, bending from the hips. Coming back. And left arm, bend at the hips and reach forward. One more time, each arm, right out in front, reach, and your left. Very good. Now let's reach up. Right arm up, 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 as high as you can. And the left arm now, way up. One more of those, each side, reaching up and reaching up. Now let's do some reaching behind us. Take your right arm out in front. Let's turn that upper body and hold it to the back. Coming back to the front. Let's do that one more time. Right arm turning and reaching behind you. Let's go with the left arm now. Left arm in front, turning your upper body and looking behind you as you reach back there. One more of those. Turn and reach. Very good. Now let's use our low back a little bit. Let's arch that low back. Push your shoulders and your hips back. Your body weight sitting at the front of your pelvis. Lift your chin a little bit and breathe in as you feel that arch in your low back curving inward. Then as you breathe out, bring the chin down to the chest and round the back, pushing that spine outwards. Sucking the belly button in towards your spine. Nice and tall again, breathing in. And breathing out, rounding that neck and spine. And one more time to give that back a little warm up, breathing in. And breathing out. Very good. Now let's do a little bit with our legs. So let's bring up our right knee, lift it up, kick that leg out straight, toe points up, bring your knee back up and put it down, the foot on the floor. Now let's do that 4 more times with your right leg. Breathing in, kape. Breathing out as you do the movement. Lift, kick, lift, and lower. Let's do 2 more. Up, out, up, and down. Last one. Breathe. Working those thigh muscles. Excellent. Left leg now. Same thing. Sitting tall as best you can. Left knee up, out, up, and down. Up, out, up, and down. 3 left. Keep on breathing with me. And you can feel those thigh muscles working hard as we lift and kick out, lift, and lower. 1 more time. Breathe. Very good. All right, now let's take our right leg. Let's bring it out to the side and back in 5 times. Right knee comes out, opening from the hip, and back in with that foot. 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Now let's do the same with the left. Out to the side, back in. Open from the hip and close. 3. Sitting nice and tall. 4. And last one. Good job. Now let's take our toes and we're going to use our ankles a little bit. So we're going to take our toes and bring them out to the side. Then your heels out to the side. Toes out to the side and heels out to the side. Now let's walk the feet back in. Heels in, toes in. Heels in, toes in. Heels in. Let's do that again. Let's go out with the heels this time. Heels, toes, heels, toes. Back in. Toes, heels, toes, heels. 1 more time. Let's go. Heels, toes, heels, toes, toes, heels, toes, and heels. Very good. Let's lift up our right knee now, and let's swing our leg out a little and inward a little. Getting that leg turning inward and outward from your hip. And let's do the same thing with our left leg. Bring that knee up and slightly out and in with your leg. Good. Now let's lift the heels up one at a time, sitting tall. One heel comes up, then the other. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. Heel up, heel up, heel up, heel up. 10, lift. 9, lift. 8, lift. 7, keep squeezing those calf muscles as you lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Now let's slide the feet slightly forward and let's do it with our toes. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see my toes better. And let's lift the toes now one at a time. Up, each toe, alternating. 3, up, 4, up, 5, up. Lifting that toe up as high as you can. Work that shin muscle. And last 2. Good. Now let's lift up our heels and our toes. Toes coming up first and heels coming up. Toes, heels. Both toes up, both heels up. Rocking forward and backward with those feet. Toes up, heels up. 2 more. And we'll relax those lower legs now. Very good. Let's do a little bit of marching in our chair, getting a little bit more warmed up. March on the spot along with me. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's do a little bit of jumping jacks. Let's breathe in first. Breathe out. Let's bring our arms and our legs out to the side. Breathe in, bringing them in. Breathe out, bringing them out. 2, 3. Keep those stomach muscles engaged. 4. Breathe in and out. 5, 6, 7. You're doing great. 8. Keep it up. Almost there. 9 and 10. Very good. Let's breathe in. Let's bring those hands together. Breathing in, bring them up. And breathing out, open those arms. Now this time I want you to clasp your hands, bring your arms up over your head, and now keeping the elbows at your head, bend your forearms so the hands are behind your head. Breathe in and out as you straighten the arms. Kape, bending the elbows. Fuhe, straightening them. 3, 4, 5. Let's do 3 more. 6, 7, and last one. Let it go. Very good. Let's breathe in. Bring those arms up the side. And breathing out, bring them down. Very good. All right, now that we've got all the body parts warmed up, let's start with some standing up. So I want you to make sure you're coming to the front of your chair before you start to stand up. Slide those heels back on the ground. Make sure they're still touching the ground, okay? Space between your legs and use your arm rests if you need them. If you feel you don't need them, put your hands on your thighs. Let's start by leaning forward and then pushing up through those legs and the back of your hips to stand nice and tall. I'm going to back up a little bit more so you can see me better. And coming down, we want to bend our knees, push the hips back, and reach for those arm rests as you slowly lower yourself back down. Let's do that again. Lean, breathing in, and push up nice and tall. Shoulders are back, standing proud. And coming down, bend those knees, push your hips back, and reach for your arm rests. Good. Let's go for, let's try another 4 today. We'll progress a little bit as we come up. Show me that nice posture. And as we come down, take your time engaging those leg muscles. Here we go. We're at number 4 now. Breathe. And slowly lower. Just 2 left, using those big leg muscles to bring us up out of our chair. Excellent. And final one. We have arrived to number 6. Let's lean forward with the body weight and push up through those strong legs. Very good. Now just take a moment to check how you're feeling right now, standing up. If you're feeling okay, let's take a walk to the back of the chair and do some balance exercise. Got a tickle in my throat. I'm going to get my water bottle. All right. So let's start by standing behind the chair. And we're going to do a little bit, first of all, with our side steps. So let's all move to the left side of the chair. Having your hands on the chair, let's do, excuse me, a little bit of side stepping now. Take your right leg and step to the side. Then bring your left leg over so that the feet are close together. Let's take the left leg this time and step to the left. And bring your right foot over. Now I want you to concentrate on keeping your toes pointing forward, and as best you can, try to keep looking forward while you do the exercise. Let's step to the right and bring that foot over. Step to the left and bring that foot over. If you feel comfortable, try considering reducing the amount you're holding onto the chair. Whether it be you're holding with the whole hand, try going to just your palm. Try going to just your fingertips. And if you feel comfortable, try hovering with your hands just above the backrest. Whichever you feel comfortable with. Let's go side, step, side, step, side, step, side, step. Let's do a couple more. Shifting that body weight from one leg, side to side. Now, if you feel comfortable, try doing a little bit of a bigger side step. So you can come a little bit more to the left side of the chair, still able to hold on to it. Let's make a little bit larger step now. Excuse me. You'll notice you kind of bend your knees a little bit, the more of a large step you take. So let's try to make a little bit of a squat as we step and stand up tall. Bend those knees and stand up tall. Squatting and standing up tall. And remember, if you don't feel quite comfortable doing the side step with the squat, you can just keep making those small side steps, side to side. Side step and squat, pull up tall. Side step and squat, pull up tall. Let's do two more. 1 and 2. Good job. Okay, now let's do a little bit of rocking the boat. So to start with this one, keep your feet shoulder width apart. And to get used to the motion, let's keep our feet flat on the ground and just sway our body weight side to side. Now, the more comfortable you get with this movement, we're going to make it a little bit more challenging by lifting up one foot slightly off the ground and then the other. So I want you to hold on to the chair sturdy with those hands on the chair for this one. And the more comfortable you get, the more you can reduce the amount you're holding onto the chair. So let's do a little bit, lifting up one foot at a time. Look straight ahead, lean to the right, lift your left foot slightly. Lean to the left, lift your right foot slightly. So we're not bringing our leg anymore out to the side. We're keeping them shoulder width apart. And we're rocking to one side, lifting one foot slightly, rocking to the other side, lifting the other foot slightly. Okay, so let's try to continue that one, but make sure that you hold on with as much support as you need. And the longer you do this, the more comfortable you feel. Okay, so get a sense for all your body weight shifting from one side of your body to the other side of the body. If you feel you can, try going down to just the fingertips on the chair. As you lean and lift one foot just a teeny tiny bit off the ground. Let's go back and forth a couple more times. And if you feel comfortable, you can always try to lift slightly, but have those hands nice and close to the chair at all times in case you need to grab on or shift your weight back down to the opposite leg to stand tall again, okay? Very good. Now let's do a little bit of forward and backward weight shifting. So behind your chair with your feet, let's step forward with our right foot. Try to push your chair a little bit forward so your arms are straight so you have some space between you and the chair. Let's take our right foot and let's step forward as if we're taking a walk. Let's step the heel down first, then the toe. So all your body weight is on that right leg. And then stepping backwards with that right foot, toe, and then the heel. Now, if you find that it is too hard to hold on to your chair when you step backwards because it's getting too far away, you can turn the chair to the side and do it holding on like this so that when you step forward, heel, toe, and you step back, toe, heel with that same leg, you're still able to hold on to the chair easily. Okay, so whether you do it that way or you do it this way, just back up a little bit and you go heel, toe, all that body weight on the front leg, and toe, heel, all that body weight on that back leg, the same leg that's moving. So let's do a couple more of those. I prefer it this way. And let's step forward with that right heel, all your weight onto that right leg, and step back with the right toe, all the weight on the right leg again. Let's do 4 more. Forward weight shift, and stepping backwards, toe, then the heel, backward weight shift. So your left leg stays in the same spot, and you're just mimicking a step forward and a step back. Remember to put your heel on the ground before the toe when you step forward, and put your toe on the ground before the heel when you step backwards. One more of those, and then we'll switch sides. Very good. Now, let's go to do the same thing, except with your left foot this time. So standing nice and tall, looking forward, let's take that left foot and step forward. Heel touches the ground, then the toe, rocking forward, and stepping back with the left foot. Toe, and then the heel. Forward body weight shift, and backward body weight shift. Let's do a few more of those. If you feel comfortable with these, remember, try using a little less support. Try using 1 or 2 fingers on the chair. And if you can always lift that hand up slightly and keep that hand close by to your backrest. Let's do 2 more. Forward heel and toe, and backward toe and heel. Last one. And stepping backwards. Very good. Now, I prefer to have the chair to the side for this next one as well, because we're going to bring our knee up. And if we're standing with our body facing the backrest, sometimes it's hard to hold on to the chair as you bring that knee up without bending your back, right? So if you feel comfortable, try turning the chair to the side. That way you can stand nice and tall. And let's bend our right knee up. Now, if you need another chair beside you on the other side to hold on to as well, that's totally fine, okay? So make sure that if you need that extra support on both sides, you have a countertop on the other side of you, or a sturdy table or something that you can hold on to, okay? So let's look straight ahead. Let's bring up our right knee as we shift our weight to our left leg, and look straight ahead and hold this for about 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now let's switch the legs. Let's bring up our left knee this time. Same thing, holding the chair till we get a feel for this. Let's lift up that left knee, shifting your body weight onto the right leg. Use your whole right foot on the ground, the ball of the foot, the heel. Feel that ground under your right foot as you bring that left knee up, and holding this for about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Let's do it again with our right knee. This time I want you to see, if you feel comfortable, try using your fingertips on the chair or your palm. It's okay if you don't feel comfortable with it just yet. You can still hold with your whole hand. Let's look forward, standing tall, lift that knee. The right knee comes up. All the body weight in your left leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. And again with that left leg coming up. Just lift your knee as far as you're comfortable. A little bit is just fine. The more comfortable you get, the higher the knee can come up to your hip, but you don't have to push it that high if you're not quite there. And about 5 more seconds. Concentrate. Use that whole right foot to hold you up. And coming down. Let's do it one more time each side, and try to challenge your balance by using just the fingertips or a little bit less support as you had in the past. Let's look forward, breathing in and out. Right knee up and hold. 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Maybe you can lift your fingers for a second or two. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. And again with that left knee coming up, okay? Nice and tall with the back, looking forward, and nice and good posture. Left knee's up now, and concentrate. If you can, lift those fingers even for a second or two. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, let's just do a little bit loosening up our hips next. So let's have some space between the feet, and let's push our hips to the front. Let's push the hips to the side. to the back, to the side, to the front. We're going around in a big circle with the hips, like you have a hula hoop, around with the hips. Let's go around 2 more times, from back to side, to front, to side, to back. 1 more of those. And now let's go the other way. So we're pushing our hips from the side to the front. Oh, sorry, the other way. This time we're going backwards. So we're going from the front to the side, to the back, to the side, to the front. Loosening up those hips a little bit. And you'll notice that your body weight is shifting around wherever your hips go. Try doing that with holding a little less support if you feel comfortable. And let's stop with those there. Very good. Okay, now let's do a little bit of a different exercise called the grapevine, okay? So let's start by going to the left side of the chair, holding onto the chair, back up a little bit from the chair legs so that they're not in your way when you move your feet. Let's take our left foot and step in front of the right foot and put it on the side of the right foot. Then bring your right foot to the side, side step. Little steps, okay? Now bring your left foot in front, this time in back, and to the side of your right foot, and bring your right foot to the side once again. So the pattern is in front, side step, behind, side step. Let's try going the other way now. This time the right leg is going to come in front, crossing that right foot over top of the left. Bring your left foot to the side. Bring your right foot behind. And bring your left foot to the side again. Very good. Now let's just check and make sure we still have space between our feet and the chair leg and do that one more time. This time, try still holding onto the chair, but I want you to keep looking forward, okay? So we're holding onto the chair with 1 or 2 hands, whichever you're comfortable with. Take that left foot again, step in front, try to look forward while you do it and not at your feet. Bring that right leg to the side. This time your left foot goes behind your right foot and your right leg comes to the side again. Good. And let's go back again this time, looking straight ahead. Right foot in front of the left. Left foot to the side. Right foot behind. And left foot to the side. Very good. We'll practice that one some more. It's a little bit tricky to have your legs crossing that much, but it's a good challenge for the balance. All right, now let's do a little bit with our equipment. So take a water break, everybody. Get some water, and we'll come back with our weights. If you don't have weights, it's okay to use bottle of water, soup can, whatever you have available, okay? Good. Excellent. All right, ladies and gents, let's start by sitting nice and tall at the front of your chair. Make sure that you have that glass of water, give you some refreshment, and let's start with some upper body strengthening. So let's start by bending the elbows. Circular part of the weight comes to your shoulders, pushing up, straight up with those arms. Bend your elbows coming down and straighten once again slowly. Breathing in. Pushing up, breathing out, and straightening slowly. Remember, do as many repetitions as you're comfortable with. If you're feeling tired after 8, take a break there. If you feel you can go to 10, go for it. But listen to your body. Working those biceps and the shoulders. I think that was 4. Breathing as you go. 5. Bend and straighten. 6. Try not to let those arms just drop down when you straighten them. Control that motion. 8, just 2 to go. Here we are. And breathing, sitting nice and tall. Keep checking that posture and try to come away from your back rest as best you can. That's 10. Very good. Now, we're going to bring our arms out to the side. It's okay to keep a little bend in those elbows as you lift your arms up to the side. But make sure you don't bring them any higher than your shoulder height, okay? Breathe in first. Kaphe, breathe out and up to the sides. Lead from your shoulder. 3. Breathing in and out. 4. 5. If you find it's too much to bring both arms at once, bring one arm up and then the other. That's perfectly fine. 6. 7. Working those muscles in the shoulder. 8. Upper part of your arms. 9. And last one. Breathing in and out. Good work. Now we're going to turn our hands so the knuckles face forward. Keeping your arms straight, let's bring those arms up to the shoulder height in front. Lowering slowly. Breathe in and lifting to the shoulder height. Breathe out. 2. Try not to swing the arms. Nice and controlled. 3. 4. 5. Already halfway there. You're doing great. Keep it up. 6. Breathing in and out. 7. 8. And if you feel you can, let's do the last 2 together. 9. And that is 10. Good work. All right, now let's take our hands and turn the palms facing inwards, and let's press the arms backwards a little bit. Relax and press the arms back. 3. Breathing in and out as you press back. 4. 5. You can bend forward slightly from your hip. 6. To get a little bit more work from those muscles in the back, upper part of your arms and the back. 8. 9. And 10. Good. Let's do another exercise for that back upper part of your arm called a kickback. So this one is easier for you to see if I turn to the side. So with this, we're going to bend forward slightly at the hip. We're going to bring that arm backwards just like we were doing, but I want you to bend your elbow now. So your hand is close to your armpit, and then we're going to straighten that arm out again. Bending the elbow and straightening it. So you're not moving that upper part of your arm, just the bottom half. Breathing in and out. 4. Bending forward slightly at the hips. 5. Try not to round your back. Keep it nice and straight. 6. 7. Starting to feel that upper back part of your arm. Working hard. Last 2. 9. And that's 10. Good. Let's do the same thing with our right arm or the opposite arm now. So remember, bend forward slightly and bend that elbow. Straighten it behind you. Breathing in and out. 2. 3. 4. Doing great. Keep it up. 6. 5. 6. 7. Feeling that contraction in the upper back part of your arm now. And final 2 if you can. 9. And last one. Good work, everybody. Now let's switch it up a bit. Let's use our forearms next and our calf muscles. So holding the weights in your hands with your palms facing upwards. Let's twist those wrists back up to you. And let's lift the heels at the same time. So back up a wee bit. And heels up, wrists up. Squeeze those calf muscles. And twist those wrists back to you. 4. Breathe in and out. 6. Check your posture. Make sure you're still keeping that back as tall as you can. And away from the backrest slightly. 9. And 10. Let's do the reverse. Let's flip those hands over, knuckles facing up now. Slide the feet forward. And we're going to do wrists down like you're revving a motorcycle. And toes coming up. So wrists down and toes up. A little bit of coordination. It's a little bit tricky maybe at first. But wrists down, toes coming up. 5. When you lift those hands up, feel the top part of your forearm working. 7. Last 3. 8. Breathe in and out. 9. And 10. Very good. All right, let's shake those shoulders and the body out a little bit, and let's do some punching forward. So bring your elbows behind you. Tuck those back a bit. Hands close to your sides, your ribs. Let's breathe in first. And breathing out, both arms punching forward. Breathing in and out. Weights up and down when you tuck, and weights across when you punch. 4. 5. After this, we'll do some leg movements just to break it up a bit. 7. 8. We're almost there. Breathe in and out. And final 1. We did it. Good job. Weights on those thighs now. Don't hold the weights up off your legs. Just hold the top so they don't roll away on you. Let's start by doing a little bit of knee lifting, one at a time. Right, left, right, left. Doesn't have to come up too high. And let's do one more of those. Now, we're going to use just our right leg, and we're going to take the heel and tap it out in front, and we're going to tap our toe back under our chair. Now, if you feel you can, try putting both weights on your leg. If it's too much, just use the one, okay? So let's take that right leg, heel out in front, toe on the ground under your chair. Heel and toe. Heel and toe. Breathe. Feeling that thigh muscle working hard. And let's do 2 more of those. Toe. Heel. Toe. If you can, give me one last one, and that's 8. Good job. Let's switch the legs. One or both weights, up to you, on your left thigh. Sitting tall as best you can. Let's take that left heel out in front and the toe under the chair on the ground. Heel and toe. Heel and toe. Using those thigh muscles to straighten that leg, and we have just a couple left here. Breathe. Let's try to do the last 2 if you feel you can, or take a break if you need. And that's it. Very good. Now, let's put one weight on each leg again, and we're going to do a little bit of lifting our leg up and down. So straighten that right leg, heel on the ground, toe pointing up, and keep the core engaged. Let's breathe in first, and breathe out, just a little lift. Breathing in, bring it down. Breathing out, bring the leg up. 2, 3, breathe in, and out. 4, last 1. 5, very good. Let's do the opposite leg. Same thing, straighten that left leg towards the front of your chair you're sitting so you can get it straight. Heel on the ground, toe pointing up. Breathe in first, and breathing out, lift. Breathe in, and out. 3, 4, and last 1. 5. Very good. Let's do something for our core. Take one weight, put it behind you, and hold on to one weight with 2 hands, one at each end. Okay, so now we're going to bring this weight up to the top left, and we're going to bring it down across our body to the bottom right where your hip is. So you're doing a little bit of turning as you reach up to the top left and coming down across the body to the bottom right hip. Breathing as you go. Breathe in, coming down, and breathe out, going up. 4, 5, 6. Breathe in and out. 7. And we'll do one more of those. 8. Good. Now let's do the opposite. So holding on to the weight, let's reach up to the top right and bring that weight down across our body to the left hip. Turning and reaching up and bringing it down. Breathe in as you come down and out as you go up. 4, 5, 6. Breathing in and out. 7. And last one. 8. Good. Now let's hold on to the weight at our chest, holding those sides, one with each hand. Keep nice and tall with your back. We're going to bend forward from our hips and then sit up tall, using those low back muscles to pull us upright again. So nice and tall. You can have some wider legs to help you lean forward. Breathing in and out as you sit up tall. 2. Lean forward and sit up tall. 3. Try to keep that length in your back. 4. Not rounding it. Bending from the hips. 5. Breathing in and out. 6. 7. You may start to feel those low back muscles working now. And let's do the last 2 if you feel comfortable. Breathing in and out. That is 10. Very good. Now let's do the reverse. We're going to be leaning back this time and pulling up nice and tall with our abdominal muscles. So make sure you have a little space between you and the back of the chair, holding that weight just like we were at the chest, collarbone area. And let's lean back as you breathe in and pull up with those abdominals. Breathing in, leaning back. Breathing out, pulling up. Use these muscles. 3. Now, if it's too much of a challenge, slide a little bit further back in your chair so it's not quite so far to come up from. 5. Try not to force yourself up by using your neck. Keep that head looking forward. Breathing in and out. Let's do 3 more if you feel you can. If you need a rest, take one, no problem. And last one, breathing in, leaning back, and stomach is pulling you up. Very good. Okay, let's take both weights and we'll just do a little bit extra. We're going to do our push-up now, okay? So have your arms like the goalpost. Show me your palms, sitting nice and tall. Let's breathe in first and out as you push up. Breathe in, bend those elbows, show me those palms. Breathe out, pushing up. 3, 4. You're doing great. We're almost there. 5, 6, 7. Last 3. If you feel you can, push. And last 2, 9. And that's 10. Fabulous. Shake those shoulders out. Let's do one more exercise before we do a little bit more standing and stretch. So let's do some rowing, okay? So let's start by making sure our arms are down low, and we're going to slide the elbows all the way behind your back till your hands end up at the ribs. So this time I want you to make sure you really get those elbows behind your back, okay? Breathing in, arms are low. Breathing out, slide the elbows back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. 3, 4. If you feel you can lean forward a little bit, 5. While you do it, you'll just get that extra challenge by the gravity alone. 7. Keep that back straight. Just bend a little from your hips. 8. Breathe in and out. 9. Last one. Good work, everybody. Let's put these weights away. Let's get some water, and we'll stand up for a little bit. Hope you're feeling okay. Check and see how you're doing. And remember, it's okay to take a break if you need. All right. Okay, everybody, let's do a little bit of standing strengthening. So once again, make sure you're at the front of the chair before you stand up. If you're not already standing, that is. Lean forward, push up nice and tall. Check and see how you feel on your feet right now. If you feel unsteady, it's okay to relax until we stretch. If you feel okay, let's go back to the back of the chair. And let's do some strengthening for the calf muscles. Hold on to your chair for these ones. We're not focusing on balance now. We're just going to do some strengthening. So holding onto the chair is okay. Let's stand nice and tall and push up onto the toes 10 times, up and down. Shoulder width feet apart. And pushing straight up through those legs. Breathe in and out when you go up. 1. Breathe in and out. 2. 3. 4. 5. And from the side, lifting up those heels, standing tall. 6. 7. Try not to lean into the chair when you go up. 8. Really feeling those contractions in your calf muscles. 9. And 10. Good. Now come a little bit closer to your chair. We're going to strengthen our shins now. I want you to keep holding the chair, and we're going to lift both toes up at the same time. But if you don't feel comfortable lifting both toes, just lift one toe up and then the other. One toe up, then the other, okay? I want you to keep in mind your hips should not be pressing backwards. Keep those hips in line with your body to make it a little bit extra of a challenge for those shins, okay? So let's start by coming close to the chair, hold on to it, and looking forward, standing tall. Toes up, toes down. Toes up, toes down. Try not to press those hips back as you bring those toes up and down. 5, 4, 3. Last 2. And that's 1. Good work. Okay, now let's do a little bit of strengthening for the side hip muscles. We're going to have the feet closer together now, and we want to hold the chair, bring it close so you have it nice and sturdy. Now we're going to bring our right leg out to the side and back 10 times. Just a little bit out is fine. We don't have to bring the leg out so far that we feel we need to lean to the opposite side. So lead from your heel. You should make sure the heel is bringing your leg out so the toe stays pointing forward. If your toe points up, we're not using that side muscle that we want to get working for strength. Let's feet together, breathe in, breathe out, bring that right leg just a little bit out, back in, out a bit, back in. Notice how my upper body is staying nice and still. 3, out a wee bit, and back in. 4. I like to breathe in and out when I come out. 5, breathing in and out. 6, kape, fuhe. 7, almost there. 8, last 2, 9, and 10. Good work. We feel it right here, right? Now let's do it with our left leg. For the left leg, I'm going to turn to the side. I want you to pay attention to my toe. So breathe in first, standing tall, feet close together. Hold that chair, breathe out, left leg coming out slightly. Notice my toe pointing forward and not out to the side. Pretend there's a string leading that heel out, a little bit away from your body. Breathe in and out. 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, 8, last 2, 9, and that's 10. Good work, everybody. Okay, let's just do a little squatting and then we will stretch. Wide legs, hold the chair, look forward and bend those knees, hips pushing back, as if we're sitting into a chair, but we don't sit completely. So once again, keep in mind your knees should not come past your toes. In order for them to not come past your toes, you need to push those hips back. So let's breathe in first, breathe out, and little squat. You don't have to go too far. 2. Keep that upper body lifted, looking forward, breathing in and out. 4, 5. Feel that body weight in your heels as you squat. 7. Breathe in and out. 8. So you can have a look at your toes. Make sure the toes are in line with your knees. 10. Good. All right, everyone, let's shake that out a little bit and let's get stretching. So let's start with the inner thigh stretch. Remember this one? We have those wide legs. We bend one knee. We keep the other leg straight. So perhaps this would be good to see from the side as well, since last time I did it facing forward. So we have those nice wide legs as far apart as you can. The wider, the safer. Holding onto your chair, breathe in. Then bend one of your knees, shifting your weight over to the side. Keep that opposite leg straight and push your hips back slightly so you feel the body weight in your heel of that bent leg. You should feel the stretch in the inside of your straight leg. Breathe. Standing up tall, breathing in. And breathing out, bending the opposite knee. Little bend in that knee. Keep the other leg straight. And feeling the body weight in the heel of your bent leg by pushing that hip back a little bit. The wider those legs, the more sturdy you'll feel when you do this one. Good. Now let's do our calf stretch. Close to the back rest. Take a nice big step back with one of your legs. Make sure the heel is touching the ground in the back. Bend your front knee. Make sure it doesn't come past those toes. If it does, I want you to slide your front foot further forward and then bend that knee. Keep your upper body upright and breathe, feeling that stretch in the back calf. Very good. Maybe you can bend a little more to feel that stretch even more. If not, that's totally fine. Step forward now and switch the leg. Other leg, nice step back, enough space between your feet so that when you bend your front knee, it's not coming past your front toes. Back leg is straight at the knee, upper body upright, and breathing while you hold the stretch. Very good. Now let's sit down and finish off with a few seated stretches. And let's start by getting nice in our chair with good posture. Breathing in, bring those hands together and reach up, stretching the sides of your body as high as you can. Then push the arms back as they come down. One more. And reach, reach, reach. Pushing back. Now let's take the right hand on the right shoulder. Lift that elbow till you feel your stretch in the upper back part of your arm. Keep breathing. And now the opposite arm. Left hand on your left shoulder. Lift that elbow up to wherever you need to feel that stretch. Breathe. Good. Let's stretch the shoulder. Take your right hand, opposite shoulder. Go underneath that elbow. Bring your arm towards your chest and over to the left. Feeling it behind your shoulder while you breathe. As we stretch, we cool down the body temperature, relaxing ourselves at the end of the workout. Opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Underneath that elbow, grab the arm down and to the right this time. Breathe. And if you find that a little bit confusing, you can always give yourself a nice big hug like this. Now, arms behind you. I want you to try to grab the bottom part of the backrest. Sitting away from that backrest, let's put our hands inside the armrest and grab the bottom part of your backrest. Now push those shoulders back, chin up slightly as you breathe. Feel that stretch. Good. Now the forearms. Let's straighten out one arm. Pull back on the fingers. Opposite arm, same thing. Pulling back slightly with that fingers. Now let's do our side stretch. Wide legs. Bring your right arm up over your head. Breathing in. And lean to the left. Breathing out. Hold it. Opposite side, same thing. Kaphe and fule. Let's turn the upper body by putting the hands outside your right leg. Breathe in, sitting tall, and out as you turn, looking behind your right shoulder. And to the opposite side, turning that upper body. Good. Now let's give our back a stretch by opening up those legs, arms straight. Let's breathe in and lower those arms down towards the ground, feeling that stretch in your back. And let's bring our upper body upright. Almost done. Let's bring up our right knee. Lift that knee up and hug that leg as close as you can to your body, sitting nice and tall while you breathe. This is for your low back. If you feel you can, put that foot on your opposite knee. If it hurts too much in your hip, cross the leg. Try that first. If both hurt, just relax. Sitting nice and tall, we want to concentrate on our breathing. Good hip stretch. If you feel comfortable when you breathe out next time, you can bend forward slightly from your hip. Keep that head looking forward, not at the floor. Don't round your back as best you can. Keep that length in your spine. And let's switch legs. Lift that knee up and hug it tight. Sitting nice and tall with the back. Now try putting the foot on your opposite knee. Remember, too much pain, don't have to do it, okay? Let's sit tall and breathe to calm those tense leg muscles down. Next time you exhale, you may feel you can bend slightly forward from your hips. But don't push yourself to do it, only if you feel comfortable. Keep that head looking forward and back nice and straight. Good. Now let's finish off with our last stretch for the back of the legs. Coming towards the front of your chair, straighten that one leg out, heel touching the ground, toe pointing up. Hands on your bent knee, sit tall and breathe in. Breathe out and lean forward from the hips. Keep that head up and your back straight. Breathe. Feeling that in the back of the leg. Very nice. Let's do the last one. Other leg. Nice and tall. Toe points up now. Breathe in and out as you bend from the hips. Excellent work today, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. And let's finish it off with the tap, the clap, tap, clap. Happy April 1st, everybody. Hope you enjoy the day in the sunshine. And remember, make sure to come back at 2 p.m. to tune in for conditioning exercises with Eduardo. Comment if you have any questions or simply want to say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.